Welcome back, everybody. This is the 3 builds I've been working on. The 2 medium scales on near and far side. Middle bass is a 5-string 34-inch scale. The J style is a 32-inch scale. All 3 of these basses are built with the same materials, meaning all got poplar bodies, all got maple necks with maple fingerboards. These first 2, 5-string and the J style, that's just standard maple on maple. The P style has got a flame maple neck with a roasted maple fingerboard. That's just plain maple, nothing, no figure in it. But looks good, nice contrast. Anyway, you can see where I've gotten to so far. The necks are attached, the bridges are in there, the pickups are just sitting in there. Still got to get pickups for the J style. And I've got the electronics for the 5-string. These are going to both be, well, passive electronics. That one's actually got an active P-style pickup in it, but it will have passive electronics in it, so no 3-band or nothing like that going on, just tone and volume. The J style is going to have volume, either volume tone or volume blend tone. Haven't decided yet, probably volume blend, but who knows yet, I haven't made that decision. And all 3 will have black fret markers on the side and on the face. Even, I think I'm even going to do it on the roasted maple. Haven't made a permanent decision on that yet, but leaning that way. Let's see, I can flip this one over. You can see the neck's attached on this. Just got 1 screw in holding it in. I still got to shape the neck. I want to bring the neck carve closer to the body. And then, let's see, you can see I got the holes drilled for the string ferrules. That way I don't have to use medium scale strings. I can use full scale strings with this, and nothing special being needed for string wise. You can see the variance in how poplar is with the wood, meaning like the grain lines and stuff like that. You can see this one's got dark streaks on the outside and blonde on the inside. This one's just got a mineral streak right down that one section, and that's it. But it doesn't even go all the way through the whole piece. It only goes like halfway through. It's really strange how poplar grows, but it does do that. But it's a good wood. I like it. It's the 4 strings actually have a good medium weight, medium, not heavy, but on the heavier side of the medium, I would say medium weight scale for a guitar, or a bass rather. They're a little bit heavier. The 5-string is actually very, not like super light, but it's light. It feels great. Like, it is comfortable feeling. And you can see, let's see if I can get this thing flipped around without the pickups falling out and banging all over the place. But you can see I got the neck attached there. This one I'm actually pretty happy with the neck transfer. I will clean it up a little bit more because that's just all roughed in right there, and still need to do final sanding and everything. But you can see the pickup cavity, belly carve, back of the neck right here. So this thing really feels good in the hands too. I really like the neck carve. Actually, I like the neck carve I've done on all 3 of these, which are all, I mean, as identical as I can do it by hand anyway. Very good rounded back. I know you can't really see that kind of stuff on a video a lot of times, but it's just completely rounded. I didn't do a D where it's kind of flat in the back. I don't like that. It actually fatigues my thumb too much. And this one you can really get, if you're somebody who likes to do thumb laid over, it gives a good grip in the hand for that technique. Or, you know, either way, just a nice traditional rounded back. Good C shape, and I really like it. It feels really good. I'm actually kind of using, for the neck profile on the back, kind of using my Music Man Stingray. I have a sub-series by Sterling, and that bass I love. It just plays like a dream, and I love that neck. That's just what fits my hand great. It's a J-style nut width, which that's what these are. The 4 strings are both J-styles. Actually, the 5-string, I guess, would technically be like a J-style, meaning like the width that the string spacing at the nut would be like a J bass. So yeah, but they all 3 have that same rounded contour that I feel like is really comfortable to most everybody's hand. unless you're specific to a certain carve, of course, but it has a very good general feel to it. Anyway, just wanted to do a little quick video. I'll walk over to the T-style and get on this side just to give you a little better angle. Haven't made any final determinations on colors yet. All three will have painted bodies just because poplar is not really the most beautiful wood for just leaving transparent, even though I really wished I could just stick like a torque guard on this thing and call it a day, but I don't think it's gonna look that great, so I'm gonna go with a color, more than likely green on this one, like some kind of metallic green, kind of British racing almost, but just not quite that dark. This, thought about going either matte black or satin black, or actually a metallic gold, because I think that would look really good with black hardware and, you know, black knobs and all that. J-style, don't know. Either like a candy apple red, metallic tangerine, or like some kind of blue metallic or something like that. All three of these will probably end up having a metallic finish of some kind, but that's just the way I'm leaning. So I might just go with a metallic or a candy apple red type color on that J-style. I think it'll look good. Black guard, either black or cream pickups. The pickups on that one will be DiMarzio, I think it's the Area J. I'm always never good with that stuff, but I think it's their Area J's. They're split coil, but they're supposed to sound the most similar to a traditional single coil, but being split. So I'm going with those. I've heard, you know, like the Lobster, he uses them and raves about them, and they sounded awesome in all his videos. I've heard other videos and they sound really good. So I'm going to test those DiMarzios out in that. I've had other DiMarzios and really loved them, so don't see why that'd be an issue. This will have a 3-band active EQ, which is in a box across the way. And then of course you already know this is going to be a passive volume, passive tone, but this is a GFS pickup. Don't know if you can see it, but it's one of their red actives. And check it out. I really think this is a basically rebranded is what I'm going to call it anyway. Old bass lines from Seymour Duncan back in their late 90s, early 2000s that have this EQ boost system. So one of them is like an overall boost to the whole thing, like 20 dB. One is just for bass of like, I don't know, just say 10 to 20 dB. And then one for treble the same way, 10 or 20 dB. I don't know what the specs are anymore. But supposedly they're Alnico pickups in there. And supposedly they're just like a vintage pickup with a preamp system in it to help quieten them out and boost, you know, give them more fidelity and quality to the sound. So I have tested them before and they sounded awesome. But in terms of the pickup construction on the internals being an Alnico vintage pickup with just the active electronics added inside it, I don't know for a fact. That's just what I was told. So just got to go off of that. But anyway, this is GFS pickups. Oh, and the bass lines, the reason why I think they're rebranded is because bass lines had something very similar to this back in, I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. But this little contraption right here, the little dip switches right there, they were mounted somewhere on the face of the pickup, and you can move it there, which I think is actually a much better idea, to be honest with you. So that way you don't have to actually physically take the pickups out just to adjust it, just to find out you didn't like it being boosted or cut or whatever that you did to it, and then having to go back and take pickups and strings off and redo it all over again. So I wish they would have put them on top. I think that would have been much better, and I wished I knew how to, I wish I was brave enough and knew how and to be able to dig into it, cut the thing out and put leads and put those dip switches or turn them into like little mini switches somewhere and put them on the control plate. You know, that'd be kind of cool too. But I'm not going to go into all that extent just to test it out. I ain't worried about that. These are just pickups I had on hand, so I'm going to use them and see how it comes out. If I don't like it, well, then I'll just put in something else that I do like. So, but anyway, there's my headstock design. That's what I go with on my 4-string traditional style. And then there's the headstock to the 5-string paddle style. I like the 3 on the treble side and 2 on the bass side. That way I can kind of push the bass knob up a little bit, give a little more string length on that B string. But yeah, anyway, hope you like it. Here's a little angle just from right here. You can see Anyway, hope you like it. Still a long ways to go. I'm not doing any final sanding yet until I have everything dialed in, which next is radiusing fingerboards. Even the neck pockets still aren't at their final depth yet. I'm waiting till the fingerboards are radiused because actually, especially those two fingerboards, I'm going to be cutting them down. I oversized them whenever I cut them, and I had to mill them myself, so I oversized them and probably should have thinned them out more before gluing them on, but I didn't. So I'm going to use my routing jig that I've got to finish constructing to take care of that. So I may have to do some re-slotting to help deepen the fret slots once it's done. But anyway, that's why I didn't want to go too deep on the neck pockets yet, and then find out I went too deep on them. And then I hate that more than anything else, because most fenders, why they still do this to this day, I have no idea, but you pretty much have to bottom out your bridges to get the action even halfway close. You would think a company that big would change that by now, but apparently if it ain't broke, they're not going to worry about fixing it, even though I feel like it is broken. Anyway, that's just me. Anyway, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave comments. Let me know, good, bad, what you think about these builds. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the P and the J are actually the same exact body shape. I just use the same templates for both because I think they fall in line both to an offset and to a non-offset shape, and they work good for doing a P bass with the P pick guard style, and then a J style with the control plate and the J pickup. So I think it really works for both of them, and I don't plan on changing anything to make it any different. I like it the way it is, and they're very comfortable. Let me tell you, this thing is really comfortable in the hands, on the lap. Oh, here's the back of this P right here. I'll lay it down just real quick so I don't make everybody so freaking dizzy. But you can see the figure in the back of that neck. That's a pretty good little angle to show. I mean, it's not no high figured neck, but it definitely has flame in it. And once it's got a finish on it, it's gonna really look good and just give it a little something there. But you can see where I may bring the lines back just to make it that much more custom compared to what you would get on like an F-style bass. But anyway, this thing sits really good. Yeah, I can't really change that and show you, but here's you can see some of the figure right there and what it looks like, the contrast and everything. But yeah, loving this thing. Maybe keeping this P style for myself. I don't know yet. Maybe keep the J style for myself and let these be my samples and demo basses. The 5-string is technically spoken for. Oh, but I don't know. It's so nice. I might not be able to let it go. I have to build myself one. Anyway, please like, subscribe. Like I said before, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Until next time.